Robert, you've been around for a while now, but last year was really your first extended playing time in season. How much better do you feel you'll be in 2021 given that playing experience that you had last year?
I look to continue to improve as everyone on this team does. You find things in your game that you can improve on, and having that experience, that film from last year, I can look at things and decide, this is something that I need to clean up, or something that I do well that I want to do even better next year. So there's lots of aspects to work on throughout any offseason, but especially having that film last year and that point of reference, I can go back and look at certain techniques and abilities that I've been working on this offseason.
Mike Prizzuto, DVE.
Hey, Robert, your defensive coordinator, Keith Butler, he kept referencing that hit down in Tennessee all season long. It kept coming into conversations. Did you hear about that from a bunch of people this offseason? Do you think that kind of put you on the NFL map? And did you ever go back and look at it and think, yeah, that wasn't too bad?
Yeah, that's a play that was special to me, not only because it was a third down goal line stop against perhaps the best running back we've seen in the NFL in some years, but also being that the Tennessee Titans were the team that released me after my rookie season, and that being my first career start as an inside linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. My whole family renting a bus and coming down to Nashville for that game. So, yeah, that brings back a lot of good memories.
Brooke Pryor, ESPN.
Hey, Rob, looking at the inside linebacker unit right now, you guys get Devin Bush back. Vince Williams ends up coming back. How much stronger can you guys be as a unit going into this season with your in-game experience and the rest of the group being healthier than they were going down the stretch last year?
Yeah, adding a guy like Devin back onto any team is a major attribute. He's one of the top inside linebackers in the league. He can rush the passer, play the rundowns, and also cover people. So he's an all-around player, a guy that you love to have on your team, and he would make any team better. So getting him back is such a huge improvement to our already dominant 2020 defense. So I'm just so excited to be able to play next to him. I didn't get very many snaps next to him at all last year. So just to be on the field with him, we've talked this offseason. Our abilities will match up well, and we communicate well. We're good teammates to each other. So I'm very excited to get onto the field with him.
Brooke Pryor, ESPN. I'm sorry. Jenna Harder, Peanut Side. It's been a really long week, you guys.
I feel that. Robert, you mentioned, there's some aspects of your game that you want to work on. What is one of the big focuses for you coming into this season here?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Tomlin mentioned how he liked my underneath coverage as a linebacker in our post-year meetings and my hug blitzing abilities. And he said that's two things that you do well that I want you to focus on doing even better next year. So I look to continue to leave off or take from where I left off last season. But also I want to show the team that I could be a pass rusher, a viable blitzer, and get home to the quarterback and rushing coverage downs, or also be a cover player. So those are two things.
Chris Stamps, Trim.
How do you see the division of labor kind of splitting up between you and Devin and Vince and the inside linebackers this year? Is there any idea how that might play out?
That's one of those things that's up to the coaches, and Coach Tomlin does a very good job of understanding and recognizing people's attributes and what they can bring to the table. And he does a good job of trying to put players where he knows that they're going to succeed. So I believe that we'll be able to figure something out that makes us one of the most dominant inside linebacker corps in the NFL.
Chris Carter, DK.
Hey, Robert. We were talking to Minka Fitzpatrick earlier this week, and he said that the team really hurt when they lost both Devin and you as the top linebacker cover options on the team, and it put the team in a bit of a bind. Now that you're back and you guys are expecting Devin to be back, what kind of conversations have you had with him and in the meeting rooms just about the things that you want to do to improve coverage this year and help both stuff the run, but also take away the middle part of the field where teams attack you guys?
Yeah, Minka is so good at what he does back in the middle of the field and being a total cover guy, seeing the whole field. So when he comes and speaks to us, it's from knowledge and ability on certain route concepts and certain receivers. So he has a real knack for the game and understanding of, this guy, when he does this type of stem, you need to be aware for these two routes that he can run off of it. So he's always trying to feed information to different guys, whether it be in his secondary group or the linebacker group. And he's a leader of the defense. So we trust him and we believe that he's going to give us good information, and he has since the day he got here.
Hey, Chooks, do you head into this season expecting to be the starting left tackle? Like, what's your approach to this year?
Honestly, I'm just here to pretty much do everything I'm being told. If it's play left tackle, play right tackle, you know what I'm saying? I've done both, so it wasn't really, I feel like it won't really mean that much to me in terms of like, I don't think I need to work on it a little bit more or less than anything. So I'll just see how things play out in training camp.
Ray Fittipaldo, Post-Gazette.
Hey, Chooks, making the transition from the right side to the left side, do you relish that responsibility to protect Ben's blind side?
Like I said, I feel like there isn't much any more pressure than if it's playing left tackle, left guard, or center. It's still having to block for Ben and then block for if it's Najee or Benny or whoever has to run the ball. So I feel like left side, right side, center doesn't really mean that much to me. It's more so about having to make sure if it's Ben playing or whoever is playing, it's just having to block well. I feel like.
Joe Rudder, Trib.
Hi, Chooks. Is there an adjustment? Last year you worked mostly with Dave on your inside. Now you got a second-year guy in Kevin. Is there an adjustment working and learning to play with a different guard on a different side?
Different side, yeah. Different player, no, because there were a couple of games Dave wasn't able to play last year. So it was me and Dodson playing on the right side last year. So I feel like it shouldn't be that much of a difference. It's just having to move from right to left this year.
Chris Carter, DK.
Hey, Chooks, what are the things that Coach Adrian Clem has been talking to you about what he wants to see you do better than last year, and things that you saw in your own tape that you've worked on in this offseason you're looking forward to showing in training camp?
I feel like obviously as we will last year in terms of able to run the ball, obviously wasn't the best. So if it's me, if it's Dustin or whoever is going to be out there playing, it's more so having to go be more physical this year. So I feel like that's the most the most for us. We got to go and move guys out there.
Brooke Pryor, ESPN.
Yeah, Chooks, I'm wondering, do you view it as a vote of confidence in the draft rather than taking a tackle in the first round? The Steelers went with a running back. Is that a vote of confidence in you and Zach Banner and your abilities on the field that they didn't need to go out and get somebody else?
Honestly, I feel like even if there's a left tackle or right tackle should have in the first or second round, I think I still like you still have to come in every day and kind of show the team, show the guys, show everyone what you can do. So I don't really see it as we didn't draft the first tackle the first round. So my job is somewhat safe. It's still not safe. Everything is open. So you just come in every day and kind of showing the coaches, showing yourself, your teammates. So.
Noah Strackbean, Sports Illustrated.
Hey, Chooks. Last year you were competing with Zach Banner. I know you guys are real close. How different is it this year working together as you guys are both trying to start at different sides of the line?
I feel like it's still somewhat the same. Obviously now he's playing right, I'm playing left. It's still the same. He has to help me if he sees something I'm doing wrong or I can fix, or if I something he could fix or do better or whatever, I still tell him. So I feel like it's really not that different. because it was kind of the same thing last year. Even though there was a little fight between us for the job, it's still like I still push him and he's still gonna push me. So I feel like it's still the same thing.
Elton Saunders, Pittsburgh Sports Now.
Hey, Jukes, for guys in maybe your situation that you have experience, but you're going to be asked to do something different this year, how useful do you feel like having OTAs this year has been compared to not having them last year? And obviously there was a question as to whether you guys were going to have them this year too.
I want to keep saying the same thing. Kind of, it doesn't really matter if I was still playing right tackle this year, still being able to go out there with, if it's Dave or if it's Dotson playing next to me and just having to, if it's Indy, if it's team run, team pass, it's still the same thing. I feel like the more reps we can get, the better we can be able to like match, and like he knows what I like to do, I know what he likes to do, and we kind of grow. So I feel like it's still kind of the same thing. So I personally think it helps being here. Obviously, if you're like a year 9, year 10 vet, I don't think it makes sense for you to be here. But for us, we were still kind of new and so having to learn a whole new offense, whole new coaching staff, and so it's kind of I think it honestly helps being here.